So guys, we have another day after the update and we already have some fixes and changes that they did to the game. So let's talk a little bit about them. We start off with the F-15C Golden Eagle over here. They actually fixed that bug that I showed yesterday on one of the first videos about the pylons basically not being here, right? The BOLs and everything. So before it was basically just floating around. And as you can see, they are working properly right now, which is a small fix, but it is, it needed to be done, right? So not only that, we have also another bug that I honestly didn't notice, right? Because I wasn't playing with the vehicle, but apparently there was kind of a bug on the F-104Gs as well that were basically causing the hard points to under the fuselage to be missing in certain secondary armament presets. So as you can see, they are working very, they're working now. As you can see the middle pylon there, and if you take the A9s, they're just working and they're properly there, right? Another thing, guys, is for the Su-30 Mk2 over here. So before, the launch speed of the KH-59 was around Mach 1.5, and now it is fixed at 0.9. Technically, they say it's 1.01, so it's going to be a little bit faster than 0.9, I would assume, but no, it's there, right? I mean, maximal out rocket release speed, but doesn't matter. Mach 1, so it's a lot slower than what it was before, which will make it to be a little bit annoying to launch these missiles, but honestly, it is just the same as some of the other weapons that you use on this thing, like bombs and stuff. It is just going to be lower than the KH-29s. Another reason for you to actually use the KH-29s instead of the 59, okay? So there is that as well. The Z-10ME got a change on its Blue Arrow missile. So, yeah, now it is having the proper name or something like that. So, Blue Arrow 11. For me, it was already there, but yeah, apparently, the name has been corrected on the modification, maybe. Yeah, BA11A. So there is that. For the Mosquito Mach 16 over here, the new one that doesn't have a gun, but it does have the 4,000 pound. They also fixed some stuff on the regards of, the menu over here of, secondary weapons and everything. And apparently the rockets, there was a bug with some of the rockets not to be displayed. So now, as you can see, they're just working very well. So small things, of course, but then we have some interesting changes as well. Like, for example, the change for the ADATS over here. So let me show to you guys. So the ADATS, the MIM-146, which is its missile, now it is a smokeless missile. Oh, sorry. As you can see, it is a smokeless missile, guys. So now it is going to be a lot harder if you are fighting against this thing to actually, see this missile coming, because, I mean, with a smokeless missile, it's almost impossible to see launches from afar when you are just flying around, right? So it just became a lot more deadly, in my opinion, because the ADATS was an easy missile to spot before with the amount of smoke that he had before, and now you do not have anything. So yeah, kind of a buff actually to the ADATS. And now we go here to the settings, the graphical settings, and basically they substituted 3 things for one thing over here. So before, you had effects resolution, heat haze, and particle density, and they all have been replaced by a single setting called effects quality, as you see over here. I mean, you can even go out there and check it out on your PC, because it was messed with a little bit. So for example, for me, it just went to medium. So yeah, and as you can see, I mean, it's a lot of difference. See, I mean, it's a lot of difference, right? So you can check it out, and basically, instead of those 3, now you have just only one. Okay, so it's gonna be a little bit easier to choose whatever you want, basically, right? So yeah. And then, guys, some sound changes as well. So there was a bug that caused engine sounds of other players, right, to sound idle regardless of their actual RPM increase, right? So, for example, if you were hearing somebody else accelerate like this, it would still only sound idle, not increasing the sound, not increasing the speed, basically making you not know that the target is moving, basically, right? Which is, it was kind of an interesting bug. I mean, you gotta think that it's interesting, right? So yeah, this is the first one. They changed also the sound of LVT series of tanks, with the proper sound. Now, basically the same as the Stuart M3 tank. So yeah, you will hear that the LVTs will have the Stuart tank, which sound, which is the proper sound that they should have, right? And last but not least, guys, the last thing that I wanted to talk about, there are other little changes here and there, but these are this is the last one. Basically, they changed the sound of the XF5, so the Flying Pancake, right? So let's just try to hear it. There's still this little graphical bug when you are using FrameGen in spinners, right? But so I gotta be honest. Don't get me wrong, Gaijin, but it sounds like one of those like machines to cut grass, right? Those little tractors, little cars, right? I mean, it sounds exactly like that. I'm sorry, Gaijin, but I don't know if that is a bad thing or not. It might be the correct thing, but it's just, it is exactly what it sounds like. So, yeah, but basically this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and see you guys on the next one. So, yeah, bye, guys. See ya.